Whether you're a nerd in a cape
or a rogue who's sneaky,
join
Chris
and Roger
as we entertain
the geeky.
Man, we did a little different this time.
That's okay. We had to change it up a little bit because last time it was slightly dorked.
A little bit.
Slightly dorked. But and that was my fault because I forgot to plug shit back in.
It happens from time to time. Well,
we've been known to do that.
So, a little backstory real quick before we're getting into it is right now we're recording on a whole new setup because I'm testing out the equipment I got for at the table. We want to make sure that it works because if it doesn't work, then I got to go back to route one.
That's exactly right.
So, it feels weird. Like I'm wearing headphones.
Well, you know what's so bizarre is we've started at baseline so many times since doing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, we're pretty fucking good at starting from ground zero.
Right. It's how do we go up a step? And now apparently that means headphones.
Headphones.
So now I can get a headphone splitter because I want you to experience this wonder of wearing headphones and hearing your own voice when you're talking.
So actually, let me see the other set because there's a spot here.
That's not for headphones.
The return?
Yeah. it might be. I don't know.
That's why I was going to try it.
Yeah. Let me reach back into this box.
We might be able to make something happen there.
What do I do with them?
We've got mono.
Yeah.
L1,
Look,
L2.
we should have kind of done this before we started recording. But,
That's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like our listeners at this point know that we're completely devoid of any kind of professionalism.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely know this. So... I mean, they're lucky we wear pants when we do this.
Do we?
I mean, yeah, I do.
So tonight, I'll preface this a little bit. Preface it.
Preface?
How would you say that one? Is it preface?
Preface. Yeah, preface.
Preface.
Or preface.
Preface.
How about?
I'm going to give you some background.
Yeah. How about let's start at the beginning.
So, my oldest son now is 10, and he's at an age to where we can shit talk a little bit.
He thinks he's good.
He thinks he is God's gift to Earth.
Yeah.
And he's playing a bunch of Fortnite, which he's been for years now.
Yeah, because that game's like 4 years old now.
I think it's 3, but the kids are still like obsessed with it.
Are they?
And no, I got nothing there. I'm gonna keep trying.
Oh, you just broke it.
I didn't.
You broke
but
it.
the kids are still obsessed with it. So I'm like, okay, we'll go ahead and I'm building a PC right now.
Yeah.
And there it is. I'm in.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
You can hear yourself?
I can hear myself, so it's just control. So
look at that. Now we're both on headsets.
So professional. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to build this PC, and you should try to play on this. And he gets into this whole argument with me about controls on a keyboard and how it's going to be harder for him. And I'm like, dude, you'll be better if you switch to the keyboard. I promise you.
Yeah, man up.
And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, listen, you need to. And he's like, Dad, I'll crush people. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to play. I was like, give me 3 months.
3? You need 3 months?
Because I don't have any fucking time.
No, just fucking put in the controller and beat his ass right now.
I'm not going to put in a controller because he'll destroy me with a controller. I'm going to use every advantage that I have, which is a fucking keyboard and a mouse, and I'm going to crush this child.
Yeah, so, I'm a controller kid. I'm still a controller guy, though.
I'm not, and I told him, I was like, look, I'll buy you a controller for the PC. I don't mind doing that, but you should learn how to do this because aiming is better, blah, blah, blah. You have more control. And he's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, whatever, so I'll just crush you. And he's like, you can't crush me. So then our entire dinner conversation turned into, I can fucking destroy you. I will wreck you, child. And he's like, you won't wreck a thing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't even understand. I'm like, this is competition now. You stop being my son now.
So when's this going down?
So I'll finish building the PC probably in the next month.
Okay.
So then I have 3 months after that. So it's going to be probably October, November.
Okay, so we're going to have the Royal Smackdown. He gets to get a little bit older. Like, that's where you're messing up. You're giving the kid time to get older.
He needs that.
Like, you should have done the standard parent move and just been like, all right, put dinner away for a second. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just spend the couple $1,000 now.
Fuck it. Yeah, look, he called you out.
He did.
Which, so, this isn't really a geeky conversation, but something that Rev and I were talking about is, back in the day, like, eons ago, up until actually recently, it was, you had a rite of passage to manhood, right? Like, you go out and you kill the wolf.
Yep.
And you're a man. We don't really have that now, and I think it's the first time you stand up to your dad and win. Not get your ass beat, but like, your dad goes, oh, yeah, you right.
You're talking more of a verbal altercation.
Yeah.
You're showing him that you are socially privy enough.
Like, I am now
to go toe
adult enough to realize that, hey, while you're my dad, I still ain't taking your shit.
Yeah. You can still be wrong, old man.
And that's kind of the rite of passage, I think, now for our generation is your dad says something, he yells at you, and you turn around and yell right back.
Okay, so it's just standing up to him.
Right, and your dad goes, huh. Now, there are some people that are 36, 37, 38 that haven't done that yet. There are some kids that are 12 that have done it. Yeah, you can hear your dog.
That was hysterical.
But he doesn't pick up on the computer. It's weird. Like, you hear so much more with the headphones.
We are.
Yeah, so that's a thing.
I hadn't really given that any thought. I know the day is coming where, like, a physical challenge happens with a father and a son.
Right.
At some point.
And this Fortnite challenge could be it. Like, this is it.
Physical challenge.
Like the fact is, your son did not back down from the challenge of Fortnite and didn't say, "Oh, it'd be cool to play with you." He said, "No, I will fucking destroy you."
You know what's funny about it is he's like, "We'll do the best out of 5," and I'm like, "I want you to know what's going to happen. You need to understand this." I was like, "I'm going to beat you the first 3, and I'm going to give you 0 refuge." I'm like, "There will be none. You will find no rest here. There's nothing for you but fucking agony."
Now, how's this? Okay. Because I'm not a Fortnite player, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know it's a battle royale game.
So there is...
And I know you build buildings, but is there a mode where you can just do 1v1?
Yes.
Interesting.
So, and him and his friends will do that, and that's what they use to establish dominance over one another. I'm like, we used to beat each other with sticks in the woods.
Who could throw the rock the farthest?
Yeah.
This
world
hit you in the
is
head.
Bizarre. But I'm like, you know what? I'll fucking crush you. I'm like, I've played PC games enough to know there's no hope for you.
WASD.
Right?
And I'm not a PC gamer, and even I know that because I play Doom.
They're a different color on my keyboard here. So you know.
Yeah.
So you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I was telling him? I was like, when I played World of Warcraft.
Yeah, because you were lame.
My S was gone. Like, it wasn't a movement key anymore. It was key bound to an attack. I took away my back pedal.
Oh, because you don't back away.
Never.
Yeah, you don't back away from a fight.
Everything is forward.
Yeah, fucking right.
And he was like, "That's dumb," and I'm like, "You're dumb, and I'm gonna fucking crush you." So then I was in the bathroom taking a shit, singing to him. I was like, "Daddy is gonna fucking destroy you. You're gonna cry, Mommy, why has Daddy destroyed me?"
This might be greater than the Cody Tubbs Street Fighter throwdown.
That never fucking happened.
It happened.
Hardly.
We still have to have our rubber match.
You do have to have the rubber.
We have to have the rubber match because he beat me in Street Fighter 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a close match. That was a really close fucking match.
One.
It was a good match. And then I was like, oh, wait, I know how to play Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he did not.
What was funny about that, because we did that at that game
tournament. Yeah.
Contest of Heroes.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, at Game Haven.
Yeah.
They're no longer there.
I know.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh.
We're so old.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
closer to 40 than I am 30.
On the geeky timeline.
Yeah, we're fucking ancient.
We've seen all these things come and go.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's certain stuff that doesn't go anywhere. Fucking people still play role-playing games.
Power Rangers?
Yeah, Power Rangers. Didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But
we've seen Turtles come and go, come again, and leave again, and then come back again.
Yeah, we saw Michael Bay get his grubby hands on the Turtles.
We have seen some shit in our age, and that's ain't doing it.
Everything is aimed
at
the
naming motherfuckers ain't doing it.
Everything is aimed at the nostalgia market, though.
Yeah, because
that's all we are.
Well, because we're at that age now that we have. I'm going to use these in quotes because disposable income that we can now spend that money, and nostalgia the thing. Now, remember when we were younger.
Our parents were buying the cars that they could never buy.
Exactly. Or if you were fortunate enough to know the old school gamers back then when we were younger, it was I'm playing my military miniatures game. I'm playing this. I'm playing that.
I'm gonna bust out the white box.
Right. And that's where they devoted their money to. So nostalgia, while it wasn't a market, those games didn't stop. You could still buy BattleTech. You could still buy your Napoleonic figures. You had that market for the old gamers. Now we're the old gamers.
Well, I working in the game industry, I would meet a lot of guys that were into like old war miniatures games.
Yeah.
And it was about troop formations, blah blah blah, and they would get these just insane setups, and I'm like, how much did you spend on fucking miniatures? Because
don't you fucking worry about it.
When you're doing that with like a Warhammer, okay,
Yeah.
you sink a lot of fucking money into
Warhammer is not cheap.
It's crazy expensive. Like, that's a way of life. It's not a hobby.
No, it's fucking expensive. And I have a squad of Warhammer built. I don't have an army because fuck.
Too expensive.
And I don't know if I'm ever going to play the goddamn game. Let's be honest. I just want to paint my Princess Purple army and spread the funk across the galaxy. That's all I'm trying to do.
With your red Corvettes.
With my red Corvettes and my purple brain artillery.
I love it.
Oh god.
You need to play it once.
So what I need to do is just go to a Warhammer tournament. Like maybe ETG needs to take a road trip to like a Warhammer Nationals, like a big national tournament one. And I'm never going to play the game, right? This is me showing up and learning how to play the game at the national tournament.
Just getting crushed.
But we just have a boombox and we play nothing but Prince songs.
Oh my god, dude! So they make this Bluetooth boombox?
Yeah. And like I put my Pandora station on, my Prince Pandora station, and just hit play and go.
I'll spend the $400 on one.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It'd be funny as hell.
Like, because they're like, well, I've got to roll out with my Necrons, and I'm like, purple rain, purple rain.
And then they fucking wipe the floor with you, and
That's
you're like,
fine.
doesn't matter.
I spread the funk.
I had the power of music.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So Elizabeth dropped some nugget of knowledge on me the other night. You know, Mark Hamill has been in every Star Wars movie but the prequels.
Interesting.
He did cameo voiceovers in all the other ones. And if you go and you look at the screen, I forget the name she showed me. I can pull up on my phone, but it's so far away. It's his brother's name, his middle name, and his other brother's name. Is how he's credited in the movies.
That's too funny.
So yeah, he's been... fuck it, I'm going to get my phone. But he has been in every Star Wars movie except for the prequels.
Well, the prequels, like...
That includes Rogue One and Solo.
The prequels are in this funny spot, too, to where some people don't even really... Like, they acknowledge it as Star Wars.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's not...
It's not real Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it is.
It is.
It's just bad Star Wars. I mean, we need to realize that Star Wars is bad. And just go with that. He was also in The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian's so good.
He was the bartender, the droid bartender, EV-99.
In the Mando?
In the Mando. His name is William M. Patrick. That is the pseudonym he goes for.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. William
Mark Patrick. Wow.
There you go. Drop some knowledge on you. Boom.
Mark Hamill.
Hey, you know, we trashed on DC, and we're going to trash on DC here in a little bit more, but I want to throw out some interesting news that I think is amazing.
What you got?
Michael Keaton's back as Batman.
I know.
He's going to be
Flashpoint.
in Flashpoint. Like,
that's perfect.
Fucking right.
It's so smart.
Yeah. Like it works for, like, honestly, if you're going to do a Flashpoint movie and you don't bring back Michael Keaton.
Well, you can't bring back Bale. It was too recent.
You can.
It'd be a mistake.
But I don't think it would be a mistake. Like, if you can have if fucking Val Kilmer could show up in Flashpoint, I'd be like, okay, it makes sense. Like, you can have Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer both show up as fucking Batman in the same fucking movie.
Well, you know what's funny
is Flashpoint.
As soon as Michael Keaton was announced, I was like, man, I would have loved Val Kilmer.
Yeah. He's going to be in Top Gun 2, though. But you can do this, and apparently what Flashpoint is going to set up is the same thing that you and I have been talking about for the longest time, of fucking multiple universes, so they can just fucking focus on telling movies.
Play stories.
Yeah, instead of building an extended universe, it's it's a fucking multiple universe bullshit, which is great.
It makes sense with your Joker film. It makes sense with everything.
You can now do your Justice League Batfleck movies. You can do your Robert Pattinson Batman movies. You can do here's Flash and here's TV Flash and here's that makes me more excited to see what DC is going to do for movies than I can even contemplate with Marvel right now.
Well, I feel like TV Flash has already tackled Flashpoint too.
They did.
But
that's the Arrowverse. They
did a good job on it.
Yeah, that's the Arrowverse. I don't give a shit about that. I mean, it's fine. It's a TV show. I just don't like I don't like CW superhero shows. I'm just going to say it.
Do you really not?
No.
Why?
I think it has to do with the way they're filmed. Like, they're shot, and I just know it's on a stage. If that makes sense to you?
No, it totally does. So it looks like a soap opera.
Right.
It looks
fake.
That's what you can't get past.
Right.
I think that's a fair point, that, like, the shows are good.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch, but It is very soap opera.
Like, I'm fine with soap opera type shows. I watch fucking Supernatural, for crying out loud. Yeah. All right? That's a 15-year-long soap opera of, oh, my brother's going to die. But it doesn't look like a soap opera. It doesn't look like I'm watching, a show to be sold hand soap.
Sure.
And that's what I feel like when I'm watching the Arrowverse.
I think that's totally fair, though. Like, when my mom got into Arrow before I did, and she's like, you got to check this out. It's so good. It's Green Arrow. And I'm like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I watch it, and I'm like, this isn't fucking Green Arrow, because it's Batman.
And then it became Green Arrow.
Ish.
I mean, he didn't, promote Marxism, but it became Green Arrow.
He was still Batman.
Yeah, but he shot a bow.
Yeah, Batman with a bow and arrow.
Batman, well, that's the fucking Green Arrow.
Kinda.
That's what he does.
Batman is so broody, and the Green Arrow's like, tra-la-la.
I mean, yeah, tra-la-la communism. That's the Green Arrow. Yay. But, yeah, no, Constantine was the only show in the Arrowverse that I liked, because that one did not feel fake. It didn't feel like it was shot fake. If that makes sense. Like, that, it's not a stab at the acting or the stories that they're trying to show.
No, because the acting and the stories are good, but...
Visually, okay.
I totally see what you're saying, though. Okay.
I watched Doctor Who last night for the first time. We had Mexican, and we watched the first 2 episodes of Doctor Who, season 1, reboot. I don't know how to explain it. It's good. I like it. It's very campy. And watching it, the way it's shot is very much the same way as the Arrowverse is shot. You can definitely tell it's a soundstage. You can see that it's very soap opera-like shot. I accept it because it's BBC.
Broadcasting soap operas.
Yeah, I can get past subpar production from BBC, but not from, CW.
Not from Warner Brothers.
Right, you're fucking Warner Brothers.
You have
step your shit up.
All of the movie rights. You have everything. All of the money.
I've seen Lethal Weapon. I know what you can do with your life, okay? You can make good movies.
Well, yeah, they could do better series, couldn't they?
Yeah, they could tell the same exact stories, and if it just looked...
more cinematic.
Not even just more real.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because more cinematic is going to be more real.
Like, just more real.
But it probably has something to do with budget restraints.
Okay, then don't fucking spend all the money on bullshit scenes. Like, make your set. Make your set, but make it look real.
Well, so I said that, and then I thought of Game of Thrones, and I'm like, that's super cinematic, and I don't think HBO has more money than Warner Brothers.
No, they don't. And I think HBO is part of Warner Brothers.
I think you're right, actually.
I mean, I think they're kind of one and the same.
It is at this point.
Hence why Justice League Snyder Cut's coming out on Warner Brothers, on HBO.
Right.
And Ryan Reynolds is apparently coming back as the Green Lantern.
After he fucking shit all over it, Deadpool. Bizarre.
That's awesome.
Now, is it a cameo that he already recorded? Or that's what I want to know.
My shoulders went up because I don't fucking know.
Well, because I read an article about that today.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Did he record that before? Like, is that something that he recorded when he did Green Lantern? Or is it something that they called him back?
And we're like, hey.
He motherfucked it. He's motherfucked his original Deadpool role.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you...
Yeah, but just
I mean, I guess if they threw millions at me, I would do whatever, too.
Here's the thing, though. He didn't motherfuck him being Green Lantern. He motherfucked the movie.
How bad it was?
Yeah, and it was a bad movie. And
it was awful.
It is something nice to see an actor come up and be like, yeah, no, that was a piece of shit. Like,
they can't do it during the press run, obviously.
Right. But afterwards, he's like, yeah, no, it was a piece of shit.
Because you do get those actors that are like, I stand by my work. And it's like, you shouldn't.
No, like, even Sean Connery after The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen came out and was like, I have no fucking idea what that was about. My bad. I'm going to retire now.
I had to explain to somebody the other day what League was and how that happened. Because he's like, that movie was garbage. And I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, the comic's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's by Alan Moore. And they're like, who the fuck is Alan Moore?
You shut your fucking mouth.
And I'm like, Watchmen.
Who?
Well, no. They were like, that movie? I was like, yeah, that movie was written by fucking Alan Moore. I'm like, The Killing Joke, like one of the best Batman stories ever. Alan Moore.
Fucking Swamp Thing.
Like, Alan Moore turns out all the good shit, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you should buy one of those graphic novels because you can get it for $10.
Yeah.
And read the fuck out of it.
You should.
And they're like, oh, that's kid stuff. And I'm like, it's not.
God damn
I'm like,
it,
there's a lot of rape and stuff in it. It's not for kids. I would not let my kids read League or fucking Watchmen.
Hold on. This motherfucker wants to come at you and talk about a goddamn movie and saying that it was bad, right? And his statement is, I will sit and spend 2.5 hours of my life and watch this movie that obviously is made for fucking kids, but I won't read the comic that it's based off because I'm afraid it's made for kids. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I explained to him, I'm like, you realize that movie, they bought the rights to it while the comic was being written. It wasn't done. They thought it was a cool concept, and they took it and molested it in Hollywood fashion.
He can go fuck himself. I'm sorry. You know where my rage is coming. You know where it's coming from. I do,
but they're not kid books, and they're not written by kids.
They could. I don't give a shit. They could be kid books. This motherfucker could have talked about Spider-Man and be like, I didn't like the Spider-Man movie. Okay, well, here, read a couple of the books. No, they're for kids. Well, then shut the fuck up about the movie, because the movie's made for the same audience that book was made for.
All of it deals with subject matter that is so very real. That's what drives me crazy about it. I'm like, okay, you want a compelling story.
Yeah.
And guess what?
You got it.
They've done it. Like, it's been done.
Fucking read it.
To the nth degree in spectacular fashion.
I am not a person that sits there on high mountain and say that I have read every book that's been based off a movie I've watched. I haven't. But if I like the movie enough, I go and read the book. Mm-hmm. Right? You and I both know I have a rule with Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. That was the first big boy book I read. I read The Lost World before the movie came out. Right? I was like, reading Lost World. The book just came out. I'm going to read it before the movie comes out. And this is where I realized that books and movies were different, because that book was awesome and that movie was shit. Okay? So, yeah, if you're going to...
Well, you have to be careful with it, because they're not just funny books.
No, they're not. And we are past that. I don't even want to have that argument that comic books are just meant for kids, because we know they're not.
Yep.
We have been... We grew up in an era where they weren't. Like, we grew up post Dark Knight Returns. We grew up post Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, post Punisher. Like, we weren't, you and I, even though we're old, we're not that old.
Right.
Okay.
We didn't read fucking Action Comics 1.
Right. We're not at that age. We're not so old that comics were predominantly for kids. Right. Like we grew up, there was Preacher, there was Sandman. Okay. There were books that were meant for adults. Now, we were too young to read those books, but I'm glad they're fucking out there.
Oh, they're great.
Because they are great. They're great books, right? But if you're going to watch the movie and you're going to bitch about the movie and someone says, hey, you know what, read the books, they're actually really good, and here's why they're really good, and you're going to turn around and say they're for kids, then why the fuck are you watching the movie? That's all I'm saying. If you think the books are for kids, why are you watching the movie?
Yeah. Okay, so you'll watch the funny movie, not
right.
read the funny book?
Go fuck yourself. That's it.
I get it. I get it.
That's it. Just go fuck yourself, because you obviously aren't one of those people that...
You're missing the mark.
Right.
Well, it's hard, because it's like, dude, I have friends, and their entire moral compass was constructed from those funny books, and they're good fucking people.
I have a friend who I don't talk to anymore because he moved to California, but who learned to read from Spider-Man. Like, that's how he learned to read, was he would get Spider-Man, see the pictures, and want to know what the fuck was going on. So don't tell me these books are just for kids. I mean, in that instance they were, but...
Worst example ever.
But they have impacts. And if you honestly think that these books are for kids, go read Straczynski's run of Spider-Man, where you're dealing with divorce.
Right.
You're dealing with the fact that the love of your life has walked out, and what the fuck are you going to do? Oh, look, yeah, okay, there is a guy with 8 arms attacking you, but it's fucking Spider-Man.
Well, these people will still watch Edge of the Spider-Verse and be like, that was a great fucking movie.
That great movie was great.
You
know what it didn't need? You know what could have used? Less Chris Pine. But other than that, it was a great fucking movie.
But I'm like, you know what? If you liked that, you should peel open the pages of one of those funny books, because guess what? There's a lot of good shit there.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what would have been great? You know what? I say that movie could have used less Chris Pine, but it had just the right amount of Chris Pine, and he died. He died like a boss.
Like a what?
Like a boss.
Like a boss?
Yeah, I was going to say bitch, but he actually did kind of go out like a hero, because it's Spider-Man, and I'm not going to take that away from Spider-Man, but fuck you, Chris Pine, you're not my captain.
He's not.
He's not anymore. Like, that series over. Is done.
Can you believe that? So, for years, 4 years,
yeah,
you have been like, fuck you, Chris Pine, you're not my captain. Guess what?
He ain't my captain no more. We're getting Strange New Worlds now.
Yeah, okay. The show is so old.
Yeah.
That he's not your captain anymore.
Yeah, this show is so old that Chris Pine is officially not my captain anymore.
How funny is that?
I feel like we won.
We did.
We won.
We outlasted Chris Pine.
We outlasted Chris fucking Pine.
We can stop now.
No, we will never stop. You know why we'll never stop? Because he said it, and he has yet to apologize for it. So, when I do meet Chris Pine, at a Star Trek convention because he'll show up because he'll need money.
Or he'll be at a Comic-Con.
Yeah, I'll let him go on a Comic-Con. But he'll show up, he'll need money, his acting turn will take a nosedive, and Star Trek fans are always there to pick up their actors. Like Carl Urban, you can be my Dr. McCoy, right? You're a fucking great guy. And I see you. And you want to sign one of my things? It's going to be the "fuck you, you're not my captain" shirt.
Damn right.
Signed by Chris Pine.
He's probably going to be like, what is this?
Oh, he knows.
He's been listening.
He knows.
He's been tuning in for years now.
He knows what he did.
Well, you know what's funny is that's never going to go away. Like, as long as this show exists, it's still going to be like, hey.
Chris Pine?
Fuck you, you're not my captain.
Yeah, I'll be 60, and I want that on my goddamn tombstone. You think I'm joking? Like, just on the small corner. Here lies Roger Wayne Moss III, died, blah, 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 blah. Great, blah, 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 blah. Right in the corner. Fuck you, you're not my captain.
I'll tell you what. If somebody doesn't put it on there...
You put a bumper sticker?
No, I'll fucking go carve it by hand.
Thank you, buddy.
I'll get out there with a chisel and a little hammer, and somebody will be like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, fuck you, Chris Pine. You're not my captain.
Yeah, because Chris Pine's going to show up, and that's when he'll apologize.
And they'll be like, what does this mean? And I'll be like, you know.
You know what you did.
You shouldn't have said that ever.
You know what you did, Chris Pine.
He'll be like, did you watch those movies? And I'll be like, no, fuck you, dude.
No, I did.
Roger did. He's dead now. Look at what you did to
Look what
him.
you did. Your shitty Star Trek movies killed Roger.
That was fucking years ago. And I'm like, no, it
was
wasn't.
a slow death.
It was now.
It was a slow death.
He's dead now because of you.
Because of you. It takes time. It takes time to poison a man's soul the way Chris Pine did.
You killed him slowly, you bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you, Chris Pine. That's all I gotta say on that one. I'm like Forrest Gump. Fuck you, Chris Pine.
Chocolate.
When I meet him, because I will meet Chris Pine. Like, it's gonna happen.
Are you gonna say it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say,
I'm
fuck
gonna,
you,
I'm
you're
gonna
not my
look
captain?
at him square in the eye and say, fuck you, you're not my captain.
And he's gonna be like, security.
Fine. At least I'm a man of my word.
You're gonna be like, fuck you, you're not my security.
Right. I'm turning to the security. You're not Worf. What the fuck you doing here?
You guys need to go.
Now.
You're not even wearing the right color shirt. Those are black shirts.
Those are black shirts. They're not yellow.
Or they're navy blue.
The fuck out of here.
Not appropriate. You need to go somewhere else, security.
Yeah, the fuck out of here. Where's your batless? I ain't scared of you.
They're like, I have this taser.
Oh, yeah, all right. I guess
Oh,
we're
it
leaving.
sucked. I guess I'm sleeping.
I guess I'm sleeping. Not in the balls. Oh
God.
man. Yeah, so Michael Keaton's going to be Batman. That's awesome. Mark Hamill's been in every Star Wars movie. We got new shit.
The new shit's working well, too.
At the Table with Rev and Raj is coming in August. We're going to start recording in a couple weeks. Here, have I talked about like what this show's going to be?
No. Hit him.
What we're going to do is like, so Chris, Jason, and I, we started this with the idea of talking about everything you hear when you walk into your LGS.
Mm-hmm.
The idea behind Entertaining the Geeky is this is the conversations you would hear. We're bitching about Star Trek and nerd shit. Jason is doing the nerd news, which is he's focusing on video games and comics and
the new stuff that's happening.
Yeah, so he's hitting the nerd, like you would walk in, hey, what's new this week? You would go talk to Jason. One thing that I felt for the longest time we were missing is that at the table, we're talking role playing games and card games and board games and things like that. So I took our buddy Rev. I mean, you know Rev a little bit, but Jason knows him pretty well, and we game a lot. And he's almost as knowledgeable about. He's been in the hobby as long as I have with role playing, and that's really what we want to focus on. Is a show about role playing and card games and like the history of games, how to make better characters, how to act, like tips and trips on how to run games, and things like that. So that's really what that show's going to be. We're going to do the obligatory first episode about the history of Dungeons and Dragons. That's what we're going to talk about from 0th edition all the way up to 5th edition. So there you go.
What?
And then every week it'll be like a different game or different tips and tricks or stories. Just stories from us around the table gaming for the years. Like we'll tell our stories of Deadlands and D&D and things like that as well.
Good.
So that's what's coming down that way. It still will be foul-mouthed because both of us are pretty foul-mouthed. Your kid-friendly show is Nerd News.
Yeah.
Like go listen to Nerd News. You got kids in the car. You go do that.
We get it.
We get it. But fuck you, you're not my captain.
Well, it's so funny because like when we started, episodes were hours long.
Yes.
And we covered a lot of stuff.
Yes.
A good part of the episode was just us being idiots.
Yeah, and that's where we focused on. We realized you and I,
we're good at being idiots.
We're idiots, yeah.
This is the part that we can handle.
We can be idiots. And we've kind of delegated it out. And
we're like, Jason, you're a professional.
Jason, you fucking know your shit. You still, like, do this. Chris and I don't. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't. We go to comic stores every once in a while. We still go to game stores, but we're not. Jason's still in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, we're outsiders now looking in. Jason is definitely still in the industry.
Now, he's in the thick of it for sure.
He is. So he was the perfect person for this. And I just think that you can focus on what you want to focus on, and doing at the table just brings everything kind of where we wanted it to be originally when we launched the show.
Sure.
Is now we have the Nerd News, Jason. We have you and I doing our idiot thing. And then we have, the stuff we used to talk about with games and stuff.
Yep.
It's just a way to keep everything going. Then now we officially have what it would be like to go to your local store.
Yeah. All the content that we've been trying to get out for a good while.
Yeah.
And then we'll do some, because we've got
other projects
our other
lined
shit
up.
that's in the works and has been in the works for a good while.
Yeah.
So that'll start to come out.
We just got to, look, guys, we stumbled.
We're trying to do the slow burn now.
We stumbled. We did. I'll admit it. We fucked up. But for like 6 months.
For like 2 years.
More like 3. Show's been on for 3 years. I looked at our
show's been on for 4.
I looked at our YouTube channel.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was trying to find the Bucky's gas station trip video.
Yeah.
It never hit YouTube apparently. So apparently that's only on Facebook. Because I was going to show Elizabeth. I was like, this was when I went to Bucky's, and I was like, man, we did a lot. Like there was a time where we were like, boom, 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 boom.
What was every week we were on top of it, but that we like. It's been the past like 3 years here that we've really dropped the ball.
Yeah.
But that first year, we were so on top of our shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
And we've got, I think, like 280 episodes now.
Yeah. Like now they're starting to show up on my Facebook memories.
Isn't that weird?
Like I'm like, ah.
Well, I had a memory pop up of Mike and Carl the cosplayer one time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, look at that.
Oh, God.
And Mike was like, holy shit, that was so much fun. And I'm like, we still do it.
Kinda.
Not to the degree that we were.
No, but life has taken over, Divorces, marriages, moving. Things have happened.
All the craziness, yeah.
It's life. But we're still here. We're still kicking strong.
We're making it happen for you guys.
Really, I just like coming over and looking in your eyes. That's really what it is. And now that you're wearing headphones, it's kind of sexy.
You're about these phones? You like that? You like when I rub them like that?
Oh, that's like a Princess Leia rub right
so
there.
Dirty. What was funny, so like we tried to do a food episode.
Yeah.
Like old ETG.
That did not go
totally
over well.
Fucking blew up in our faces.
Yeah, it did.
And I'm like, man, we're going to have to do some more of those because they were fun to listen to. I've gone back and listened to them.
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs.
Like,
Mad Libs were hit and miss, man.
There were some good ones.
It got boring.
You know what? The game that you and I will never ever play again.
Codenames.
Yeah, why'd you name it?
We're not playing it. I just named it.
I mean, I listened to that episode the other day and I was like, God damn.
Which one? Because we've done it multiple times.
And we never fucking win. We never win.
Snake Oil was fun.
Snake Oil was fun.
That was one of my favorite ones to do.
Roger holds the snake. Roger versus the snake.
Snakes. It was multiple.
Which is really just a podcast of you guys trying to actually do normal things, and I just scream like a girl every time that snake moved. Because that's what it is.
It was more, what's it doing?
Yeah.
Why is its head there?
That was not a good episode to listen to. It was not a good episode to be part of. We should just take that episode down.
Well, do you remember? I made a bottle of Roger's Tears, the alcoholic beverage.
No, that showed all up on my Facebook feed, all the videos of everyone drinking my tears.
Really?
Yeah, and Carl was the worst. Like, Carl cut me deep when she was all like, boom. Because we didn't know Carl, and she's like, oh no, I love his tears. They're so good.
They were so gross.
She drank half that bottle.
Yeah, well, I finished it like a couple months later.
Yeah.
Because I ran out of beer, and I was like, oh, I still want some more.
Like, what is it? What was it? Tequila, rum.
All kinds of stuff.
It was gross.
There was
salt.
There was salt in it because I wanted to be salty like tears.
Yeah.
It was bad, man. I was like, you're so salty. You're so salty.
Oh, God, yeah, no, it was... I don't ever want to hold a snake again. That was a fear. I conquered my fear. Fuck snakes. I'm out.
That was so funny, dude. I couldn't believe we had a good following at that point in time, and like a lot of people coming through the show.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that showed up for that one, it was because we did RDI.
Yeah.
We played that.
We ate some food.
Ate a bunch of food.
Got really drunk.
Got pretty fucked up.
I was wearing a suit and tie.
You did.
Well, because I came from a wedding.
You did.
I came from a wedding before that. And then we actually got a lot of money. We got a lot of money from that.
We did?
Yeah, we got like $200 because remember the deal was for every $1 donated or every $5 donated, whatever it was, I'd hold the snake for a minute longer.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Freeman.
Freeman and Peter Chu, like what other listeners just randomly donated money because we gave it to charity.
Well, the charity thing that we did that really long, like went the furthest was the
crawl
for the cure. Yeah.
But like, because the snake thing was if we hit, what was it, 10,000 downloads?
We didn't donate the snake stuff to charity. No, we didn't. That was solely to get the show going more.
Wasn't it? I thought it went to charity.
And that one did not.
You sure?
I'm sure.
I thought it did.
No, that one was to because at that point in time, we were trying to upgrade equipment, and we were trying to get
we'll have to
we
go
were
back
trying
and
to get
listen.
Dungeons and Dumbasses going.
Because I think it went to charity.
It didn't.
Well, then you owe charity a check. I think we said it was going to charity.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I think we did.
Like 99% sure we didn't.
It was either charity or, for my health care.
You're better now.
I don't know. I fell in the shower the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah. Like, I didn't fall. Like, whoopsie fall. I was rub-a-dub-dubbing. Like, rub-a-dub-dub.
Okay.
And my knee gave out. And I hit my shoulder on the shelf in the shower. Where the...
Hold on. So you're soaping yourself up and your knee gives out? That's when you know you're old.
Well, so, like, it just was like, nope, don't want to be a knee right now. Like, it didn't, like, give out. Like, it just was like, nope. Like, that involuntary spasm you get sometimes? It was like that. And I hit the shower, and I was like, man, this is how I'm going to die?
I'm going out in the shower alone?
I'm going out in the shower alone. Like, the phone call the cops are going to get is from my mom. That's like, my son didn't call me on his way home from work. I'm worried about him. As a 36-year-old grown man, I'm going to die in the shower. That's humiliating.
That's fucking awful.
Like, that is how I thought. I was like I just stood there for a second with the water. I'm like, this is how I'm going to die. I know now I will die in the shower.
Did you accept it?
As I was holding my shoulder, obviously I finished bathing because fucking I'm in the shower already. All the damage has been done, but I was like,
I'll just lay here and die.
I was like, I'm just gonna fucking die in the shower.
I'll get you a life alert.
It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but one day I will die in the fucking shower.
No, I'll just get you a life alert. You'll be fine.
Do they work in the shower? Yeah, see, you don't know if I'll be fine. Don't give me false hope.
No, I think they're waterproof. I'm pretty sure they do. I think it's for, like, when you're old and you fall in the shower.
I think it's for just when you fall when you're old.
Yeah, but it has to be waterproof. Because what if Granny's holding her fucking iced tea? You know what I mean?
It's so like that was you have your brushes of mortality, and that was one of them for me. I was like, I could die. I'm gonna die in the shower.
I totally had a brush with mortality back in December.
Yeah, when you wrecked your car.
I thought that was it, man.
Yeah.
I'm watching traffic come toward me. I'm like, oh, this is it.
It's odd. Like you had the traffic, I had the shower. Yet, like months ago, almost a year now. Well, yeah, almost a year. We had our brush with mortality when one of our dear friends passed suddenly. You'd have thought that had got us to get our shit together. No.
Well, no, because you're always like, oh, you know people and they die. That sucks.
Well, no, but because he died like sudden. Like it was like, boom, dead, right? Dead.
Yeah.
Here we are, funeral, huh? Like I went to the doctor. I know you didn't go to the doctor afterwards.
No.
But I went to the doctor that one time and I was like, all right, I'm good. And they're like, no, you need a lot of Nah, I'm good.
You need a tetanus shot.
Nah, I'm good.
You cut yourself on a rusty razor.
Nah, I'm good. Thanks. Don't worry about it. I got scurvy. Don't worry about it.
They're like, there's pieces of a Gillette Fusion stuck in your arm.
And it's been there. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. No, she's like, you need to go get blood tests. I'm like, fuck that. I roll dice for a living. Let's go.
For a living? That's what you do?
That's what I do. I rolled in bones.
Oh, God.
Don't be jelly.
I'm totally jelly.
No. So
I don't get to roll dice for a living.
So I had another date with Elizabeth last night, and we watched, we had Mexican, and we watched Doctor Who, which it's a good show. Okay, I'm 2 episodes in. It's a really good show. I don't know why I fought it for so long to watch it. And
this is the remake Doctor Who, not the
apparently. So
old
it's
stuff.
like the first Doctor after the '80s Doctor is how I'm told. Jason and her can explain it a hell of a lot better than me because I don't know.
Basically, when they revamped the show,
yeah, it's good. It's campy. It's a very campy show for the first 2 episodes I watched. But it's very British, very good. And then we watched my favorite Buffy episode.
Ooh,
the musical episode. Because she was flipping through the Star Trek role-playing book, asking me questions like, why do you do this? I'm going to go ahead and...
I'm going to set the mood.
I'm going to put my favorite episode of Buffy on because you don't have to watch the musical episode. You just need to listen to it. And she was like, I don't really like Buffy. I'm like, that's cool.
You can leave.
No, I wasn't. You can leave it. That's cool. So it was interesting because, like, you know, she starts like, oh, you are playing the musical episode. I'm like, yeah. And she started flipping through the book. And then halfway through the episode, when we got to the dramatic part, she'd stopped looking at the book and she was hooked. She was hooked in the Buffy. And I was like, I won.
Now you can't go.
I won. Elizabeth, I won. You're going to watch all of Buffy now.
Watch Angel.
No, Angel's bad.
I loved Angel, but I also was young watching it.
Like, Angel's first season's really good.
That's what I didn't watch the second season.
And Angel's fifth season is really good. There's just 3 seasons in between those that are bad.
Filler seasons.
Yeah. You know, majority of the show is bad.
It's the fillers. You know how a series will do filler episodes?
Yeah, so they had filler seasons?
Yeah, they were like, oh, well, you know what we should do here? Let's just throw some bullshit in here. Here we go.
It was definitely, like, Angel was definitely a lot different than Buffy because they didn't want it to be a big bad type show.
Yeah.
But they didn't really have any direction.
No, none.
It just seemed like that was a show that by the time we got to the 5th season, they were like, oh, this is what we want to do with the show. Well, it was too little too late at that point.
You're getting canceled.
All right? Like, this is it. This is your season. Do your fucking puppet episode. We're done. All right?
Wrap it up.
Let's go. Oh, you want to end the world? Great. Thank you. Oh, because you're busy working on some space western. I'm sure that'll pan out well.
Done.
Let me ask you a question.
What you got?
Blu-ray versus DVD.
For just what I'd rather buy.
What looks better?
Blu-ray.
Why?
So, okay. If I'm watching a cartoon,
okay,
you get these crisp, clean lines that you don't get with DVD.
Okay.
If I'm watching a movie or like a live action thing, it's DVD.
Really?
Because I don't need to see an actor's blemishes. You can continue to be beautiful. With the grainy DVD quality.
So that's one thing about. So apparently 4K.
Yeah.
Now, so I got a. Oh yeah. Hey, big news.
You got the sound bar.
I got a new TV.
Oh my god.
I got a new TV and a sound bar. I'm like moved up in the world. Like I got a 55-inch Samsung. I think it's the same type of TV you got, but one of them 4K Samsung TV, nice little sound bar with the subwoofer on there. Oh, buddy, let me tell you something. Playing Call of Duty with that motherfucker is amazing. But now I need to get a 4K player.
Sure.
Right, I have a 4K TV. I need a fucking 4K player. They're fucking expensive.
Not cheap.
They're $200 expensive. So I'm just going to buy, new PlayStation, Xbox when they come out. But apparently 4K films look better on 4K than they do Blu-ray. Because they keep with Blu-ray, they try to clean up that graininess. Mm-hmm. All they're doing is adjusting the color and making sure the 4K color shines, but they're leaving the graininess. So you're seeing the depth of color, but you're getting that still I'm watching a movie shot on film.
Interesting.
Which makes me really fucking excited.
Interesting. So you're getting
yeah. So you're getting all the color.
You're getting that like cinema look.
Right.
It's like there's a projector shining at that point.
Uh-huh.
My aunt bought an 8K TV.
What?
Yeah.
She threw them bones out?
She's been in the car business for a long time.
Yeah.
And was able to stack a lot of money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And she bought an 8K TV not that long ago. And we were watching fucking commercials or some shit.
Yeah?
Last time I went to her house, and I was like, what the fuck
How did it look?
You can't... Okay, between 4K and 8K, guess what?
Yeah?
Can't tell a whole lot.
Well, is it because we're still new to 8K? Because remember when...
1080p came out?
Yeah, when you went from 720 to 1080, like, there was a difference, but not that much until you actually got a little bit into where...
acclimated? Well, it's when you would go back.
Right, when you go back, or because it was always... TV stations were like, okay, well, 720 is what we're doing now. We're broadcasting in 720. And it took them a little bit to do 1080 correctly. Mm-hmm. So it could be just the fact that the TV broadcast haven't switched to 8K correctly, because it's still new.
Sure, maybe. I didn't watch anything in 8K.
Oh, well, maybe you should.
Maybe I should.
Maybe you should before you bitch about 8K TV.
I remember watching a 720 film for the first time, and it was Transformers.
Yeah.
I did this at a Circuit City. That's how long ago this was.
Yeah.
And I
Because
remember
we're fucking old.
I remember being like, holy fuck, this
Right.
looks incredible.
Do you want to know how old I am? I remember coax cables, how you hooked up your fucking VCR.
Your VCR or your Nintendo?
Yeah, before the before the red, white, yellow bullshit, because that was the fancy TVs.
The 80.
Remember? Because you had to put the fucking bullshit coax cable for the Nintendo, and it had a little thing at the bottom that you had to hook your VCR up to, but it never fucking worked right, so you're always back there beating the shit out of it to make sure your VCR would play somewhat. Yeah, I went through some shit, guys. I've seen the 80s.
No, I remember hooking my original Nintendo up for the first time and going in, you're fucking playing with your VCR, and they're like, yeah, you got to run this through the VCR, and you're like, what?
Yeah, no.
Through the video player?
No, that doesn't make sense.
It didn't.
No.
And then they were like, they negated the fact, okay, that you could just screw it into the back of the TV.
Yeah, right to the back of the TV.
I'm like, why wouldn't you just say that from the fucking get-go?
Yeah, TVs now don't even have that on there.
Most of them don't.
Oh, by the way, you know how you get a 55-inch TV in the back of a Mitsubishi G4?
What do you got?
You got to take it out of the goddamn box in the Walmart parking lot.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. He cracked it 3 times before he left the parking lot.
I was trying to get it in. Like, I got a really good deal on that TV and soundbar. Like, it was insanely good.
Well, you can get TVs for fucking cheap.
Like, out here, I'm going to hold up how much I paid for both the TV and the soundbar.
That ain't bad.
Not
at all.
No.
So, I remember when plasma screens came out?
Yeah.
And you could get a 24-inch plasma screen for $700.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you guys to think about this for a second, because that was before $700 was $700 now.
Right. That was $700. That was that was
over $1,000 now.
Yeah.
For a 24-inch TV.
So, I thought my Sony Bravia was 55-inch TV or 65-inch TV. It is not. I can confirm now that I have a 55-inch. The 55-inch is way bigger, so it was a 50-inch. I'm gonna say, 50
but it's
inch,
also you measure diagonally,
right? No, but the new TV is 55,
way wider,
way bigger,
yeah,
than the Bravia. You have to come over and see it.
Okay.
But the Bravia I bought it the next month after I bought my house. So 10 years. I paid $3,500 for that TV.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
$3,500 for that TV. So, and it's 1080p. Had 4 HDMI ports, 1080p.
Are you sure it's not 720?
It is not 720, it is 1080. It is at least 1080 because I had, it's LCD, because I had the choice between LCD or plasma. Like, that's when you were figuring, was
that's
during
when they were doing 720. If it was 10 years ago, that was probably 720.
It's 1080. Bro. It is 1080.
That's why it was $3,500.
Yeah, that's why it was so fucking expensive. But I always wanted
you couldn't even buy 1080 shit at that point.
No. I bought a Blu-ray. I didn't buy a Blu-ray player for a very long time.
I never bought a dedicated Blu-ray player.
I have
it was
one.
a PlayStation 3 that
yeah,
I
no.
bought.
Because I had the Xbox 360 would not play Blu-rays. So I eventually had to buy a Blu-ray player.
HD DVD.
Right. So I had to buy a Blu-ray player. And I did.
You lost Microsoft.
Yeah. We should have had porn on it. I bought the Blu-ray player, and then now I had that TV for 10 years. 10 years. And now I got a new TV. And let me tell you something. Fuck. It's an improvement.
Way cheaper. Way
better.
cheaper.
I don't know if I can't say it's way better because it's new, and I don't know if it's going to last 10 years. Like, the Sony is now in my bedroom. Like, it's still a fully functioning TV in the bedroom.
Well, I can tell you. So, I've had a couple of these little Vizio TVs. Fucking the 24-inch or whatever.
Yeah, for
TVs.
like $200 at Walmart.
Not even. They're
right.
way cheaper now. But yeah, back when you got them, it was $200-$300, and those have lasted 7 years.
Yeah, and
they've been great.
Yeah, I don't see myself. First off, I don't really see myself replacing this TV anytime soon because I own TVs for a long time. Apparently, it's a thing. I bought that TV a month after I bought my house, Chris. That's before you knew me.
That fucked up.
Before you knew me.
So we've blown through our last 2 living room TVs.
Yeah.
I bought a Philips TV. It was a cheap TV.
Mm-hmm.
I paid $415 for it.
Yeah.
It was a 1080 TV. I was dead set on getting a 1080. That's why I paid as much as I did. It was a smart TV. And within 6 months of owning it, my kids broke one of the fucking buttons on it. And I was like, what the hell? So when we moved out of our house, I was like, I can't take this, 40-something inch TV with me because it's not going to fit on a dresser.
Yeah.
So I sold it to Cody for stupid cheap. I was like, hey, do you want this? And he's like, hell yeah. And I was like, just take it for this. And he's like,
Cody Tubbs.
He was like, done. So he bought that. It worked well for him. It didn't fit on his TV stand because he bought a TV stand that was meant for like one of those box TVs,
Yeah, no, and he cut the fucking... Yeah, I remember seeing that TV. Yeah, I do.
And, so I bought that, and I was like, fuck, man, that TV didn't last very long.
No.
And then we got this TV. This one's been great. I bought another Vizio.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Hopefully, I get a few years out of it.
Yeah, I got a little Samsung. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
I bought a Samsung for Tara for her birthday this year.
Yeah.
We bought like a little 32-inch TV. We say little in like...
Well, yeah, because 32 inches, when you were a kid...
was fucking insane.
Yeah.
And if somebody had a big screen in their house, you knew that they had money.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had fucking little bitty TVs.
Yeah, we did. Like 24 inches.
I remember getting a 30-inch TV, or 27-inch. That's what it was.
Yeah.
A 27-inch for the first time, and that was a huge ordeal.
Yeah, it was. I still have my TV that I had when I was a kid watching Star Trek on.
You remember the projection screens?
Yeah.
I took one of those apart about 3 years ago. And,
okay.
Because somebody was like, dude, you can just fucking have this thing, the projector in it fixed.
Okay.
And it was a big screen. It was a projection TV. And I was like, you can? And they were like, yeah. Do you know how much it was it's your phone?
Ah.
See?
Ah.
I was like, do you know how much it is to fucking fix one of those? Way more than it costs to buy a new TV. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm like, so I can sacrifice picture quality and finances to... No, I'm like, we'll just break this thing. Took it apart. I can't believe we ever fucking used those.
No.
They were completely stupid.
Yes, they were. So I bought a LED 7 series.
Mm-hmm.
55 inches, Smart K, 4K, with HDR.
Mm.
Yeah, I moved up in the world. I'm excited.
I'm stoked for you. So, the conversation that I had with Roger right after that, he calls me and he goes, have you watched Star Wars with your soundbar yet? And I was like, no. He goes, you need to go fucking do that.
And did you?
Not yet.
Oh my God.
I haven't had time.
I didn't watch Star Wars.
You just turned it on?
I turned it on and heard the opening.
The THX?
No. I even went past that. I went to the bum, 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 bum. Like,
okay.
I started the crawl.
The 20th Century Fox. And
then the crawl. And I was like, yep.
I told you. Out of this fucking world.
I gotta get a new copy of Jaws on Blu-ray, or I need to hook up the Blu-ray player from the bedroom of the TV because my PlayStation won't read it, which pisses me off because it's a brand new Blu-ray.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. But I want to watch Jaws. I want to watch Jaws on the big TV.
I don't blame you.
I love that movie so much.
I don't fucking blame you.
It's a good movie.
It is.
It's my favorite.
Do you ever watch Shark Week?
Every fucking year. I was gonna say all the fucking time, but you can't.
You can.
Can you?
Oh yeah. So you can fucking stream Shark Week all year long. You watch the same Shark Week that you've been seeing for the last 25 years.
Yeah, but
every year it's the same thing, and they'll add a new episode to it, basically, or a new documentary.
Mm-hmm.
So
primetime documentaries. Exactly. It's the primetime.
Exactly. So yeah, that will be on here probably 2 or 3 times a year because Tara loves Shark Week.
It's awesome.
She's like, did you see that fucking jump out of the water and
eat that seal?
And I'm like, I've been seeing this for 20-something years now.
It's still amazing.
It's so funny,
time.
Man. It makes me think of Jaws, though, every time. I'm like, oh, dude, he could totally jump on a boat.
Yeah.
Fuck somebody up.
Oh, I meant that. So, here we go. I'll tell you another story about my date night. Because, fuck it, we're all friends here. All 4 of us. We were talking about how Jaws is my favorite movie, and she's like, did you see it the first time when you were a kid and you were scared? I'm like, fuck no. She doesn't believe that. She thinks I was scared.
It wasn't scary.
Jaws could be scary. My cousin watched it and got scared.
I wasn't scared of it.
You're a little... I don't know what to tell you.
You're going to tell me I was a little bitch, but you're like, oh, you weren't scared
You weren't
either.
scared of it, so
no,
you're not a little
sense.
bitch, right? Well,
No,
Well,
I'll tell you what, though. It makes you not want to go in the fucking ocean.
I had no problems. Like the sharks in the ocean. I wanted to be an oceanographer when I was a kid. After watching Jaws, I wanted to be Hooper.
See, I wanted to deal with venomous snakes.
Fuck that.
I was like, oh, the likelihood of dying is way higher. Way higher.
Yeah, more people die from venomous snake bites
than sharks.
Yeah. Oh,
for sure.
I almost sent you a video because I saw this lady get her hand bitten by her python, and I was like, "Yeah, see, this is why you don't have snakes." Just no, fucking python came out, looked at her, she like turned her head for a second,
was like, and "Fuck you, Monica!"
Right, and like bit her hand and wrapped around.
Oh yeah, I thought it was feed time.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
If they coil, that means they think it's feed time.
You know what that means? They're eating your fucking arm.
They think it's feed time.
Don't care. Don't care.
I'll bet she had food out.
Don't care.
Her fault.
No.
Her fault.
Snakes
yeah, you know
want
what?
your soul.
You know what? You're fucking swimming in the ocean on top of your surfboard. Jaws comes out, eats your fucking thigh. Okay, leaves your shin and foot somewhere
in the bottom of the ocean, right?
And the rest of you bleeds out or gets to shore.
And I'm fine. Yeah.
Let's say you get to shore, they fucking patch you up.
Good.
And you're missing 87% of your thigh. You've got a little nubby.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck that noise.
You know
what I did to provoke that? Nothing.
You did.
Did I have food around? Yeah, I was in the ocean.
You were in their territory.
You know where I don't go? The fucking ocean. That's why I live in St. Louis.
Let's talk about the assholes that are like, oh, look at my awesome venomous king cobra I have. Yay. Snap.
No way I would have one.
Dead.
No way I would have one.
Dead.
You know what your situational awareness needs to be if you do that? If they're in your home, it needs to be 130 all the time.
Yeah. You know
what mine's not when I walk in the house? 100. It's not 80. Okay, I walk in and I'm like, all right, cool.
Was my door locked? All right, I'm good.
Shit's okay. Like, you walk in and immediately your defenses drop.
Yeah.
No, there's a fucking king cobra in your house. Oh, he fucking got out and bit me. I'm dead.
Yeah, no.
Because my awareness wasn't 130. I didn't go look on the floor before I stepped in and then go to his cage and make sure. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Fuck that. No. I'll go swim with my sharks. I wanted to be Matt Hooper when I was a kid. After I saw Jaws, I wanted to be Matt Hooper. I don't know why I wanted to be Matt Hooper and not Quint.
Right.
Like, you would think you'd want to be Quint the tough badass. No, I didn't want to be Brody. My dad was a cop, had no desire to be chief. But fucking Hooper? Yeah, that's where it was at.
So what you're saying is, go out there and be Matt Hooper.
Yeah, be a Hooper. All right, we got to go.
Yeah. So go to entertainthegeeky.com. It's there. You can follow all of our social media and all that fun stuff. You can see what's going on with Nerd News with Jason.
Jason!
What's up? And on top of seeing what's going on with Nerd News, you can also dive in to what's going on with the Board Game Bros and see
Matt and Jeff doing amazing things.
Yep, listening to what happens in the world of game design.
They're pretty,
yeah, good stuff.
It's good stuff.
And then you can read a couple of articles while you're there.
Yeah. Also check out
goinfo.org.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
To support our buddy Mike Broder. Yeah, the Influence Foundation is up and running. They're going strong. Mike is interviewing all kinds of top guys in the industry, and what he's doing is fantastic.
Good job, Mike.
If you want to listen to more shit from Mike, him and I do a show together called Who Wears the Pants. So if you want to
Normally it's me.
Yeah. If you want to hear us talk about relationships and our lack of knowledge in them,
I need to come back on that
you can
show.
do that. You should. That'll be fun, especially now that you're dating.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I need to come back on that show. Let's go.
New relationship.
You set that up.
All right, guys.
Okay.
As always,
stay geeky. Hi, cut you off.